Hi everybody, happy Saturday night. Say hi when you hop on. Let me go ahead and pull the page up and get the comment pinned, and we will get started. I hope everybody had a good Saturday. I did. It was kind of quiet. If you see the red light above my head, I'm live. If you don't see that, then you're catching the replay. Type in replay and let me know that you stopped in. Hey Rochelle, booga booga. How are you doing? I see you didn't go to bed. Tonight we're doing something a little different, but I've seen it and I wanted to try it, and yeah. So, you see the red light? Yay! Jenga blocks. Typically you can find them at the Dollar Tree. I think I found this box at Five Below. And, you know, I don't think the game is as popular as I mean, you go and you can't never find them. I think people have figured out that they're really good for crafting. Hey, Melissa. So we're using Jenga blocks tonight. These are the bigger ones. They do have, there is a box with smaller ones. I didn't take those out though. So that's okay. We're using the big ones. What I did some prep work ahead of time. I took 5 rows. The bottom row, there's 10 of them. And then there's 8 on the second row. 6, 4, and 2. I painted them with olive chalk paint. And I glued the rows together, and then I glued the rows to each other. So we have a Christmas tree. And I just did 1 coat of the olive, and I just did a light sand on it. I don't think it really matters, but I did it anyway. Isn't it? It turned out really pretty. I like the color. Rochelle was with me when I was looking at green paint to get, and I couldn't decide what color I wanted. I kind of had it in my head what I wanted it to look like, but it's kind of hard to tell, you know, when you're looking at the bottle. So, and then I took 6 more of the blocks, and I painted them all around with brown acrylic paint. I didn't have any chalk paint that was brown, so I used acrylic. And 4 of these are going to be the base. 2, I think like this, is going to be the trunk of the tree. We're using In a Stable transfer tonight. I thought this would be really pretty to put on the trees. A little different. You guys know that I try my very best not to do anything with stuff that isn't in stock. I was going to do another project, but the Christmas minis, you know, for the like ornaments, is currently out of stock. So I kind of switched gears, and I thought that would be pretty to do on the tree. So, and it looked like the video just paused on me. So what I'm doing is, it's called fuzzing. I'm fuzzing the transfer. What it's doing, it's adding some lint to the back of the transfer, because you want the transfer to stick, but you don't want it to stick so well where it may stretch when you pull it up. If you don't have a fuzzing cloth, you can use your shirt, a towel, anything that's going to get you fuzz. Or cat hair. Puppy hair from me. So let's set this aside. I am going to wax this surface because it is wood, and I painted it. And I don't want any of that to get messed up, and I don't want my transfer to stick and stretch. So I'm going to add a little bit of wax. I'm going to just buff it in really well. You don't know. With as strange as all of our cats are, they'd probably start purring, thinking you're loving on them. Okay. Put that away, because I'm done with it. I think I put it on correctly, so I don't have to pry it open like I did the other night. So I will probably clean this a couple times. Yeah, I don't think that would go over very well. I wasn't expecting that comment. I'm using the Shimmer Frost. And I think I'm going to use the Shimmer Frost for all of it. But I'm going to be placing the transfer a couple times. So I may end up having to clean it between pasting. And just run your fingers over your silkscreen area. Make sure you have all your bubbles out, because you don't want it to bleed. Because if you have an air bubble, that's just space that the paste can go and get underneath the transfer and get onto areas that you don't want it to go. So I am going to clean a little bit as I go. Because I wanted the star at the top of the transfer, near the top of the tree. So it took placing it a little differently. And now I'm going to place the big part of the transfer. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go back, clean it again, just to be on the safe side, and go back and fill in some areas with some of the little stars that are in the transfer. So how's everyone doing today? Everyone have a good Saturday? It was kind of quiet here. Kendall was gone for a portion of the day. You're excited for it to get cold now? Okay, I will remind you that you said that very, very soon. I'm hoping this will turn out okay because of the spaces in between the Jenga blocks. Yeah, before I got on here to go live, I was talking to my grandson. He lives down in Texas now. He wanted Grammy to play video games with him tonight. He settled for Pappy. And yes, I said settled for. Hi Donna, welcome. Welcome, welcome. If you type in the keyword stable, you will get a link to the supplies that I'm using for tonight, other than the Jenga blocks. The transfer and the paste is in the supply list. Since we've not messaged before, check your message requests and it'll be in there. And what part of North Carolina are you from, Donna? You're welcome. Glad you're here. We just kind of hang out. Oh, Wilmington, cool. I was born and raised outside of Raleigh, myself. We've been up in Minnesota now for about 6 years, I guess. I was born in Apex. It's a little town outside of Cary. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's little bitty. Well, not anymore, but it used to be little bitty. Okay. I had my niece and her family lived in Wilmington for a few years. He's in the service, and because he was stationed there. And of course, going to the beach. I have a aunt and uncle that live in Carolina Beach. Okay, cool. So you do know Apex. My mother still lives in the area. I grew up in a town, little bitty town called New Hill. It's right outside of Apex. My mother still lived there. And I actually just spent a week there recently. Where up north are you from? I'm just cleaning this transfer so I can place it again to get the stars that I want. And I think I'm going to hit this with the dryer for a little bit, just to make sure it's not going to smear. Okay. Never been to Long Island. Melissa, she's on here. She's a friend of mine. She actually lived in New York for a while. Wow, 32 years. I'm always going to be considered from the South, even though I'm living up here. Rochelle's trying to convert me. It's just not going to happen. You don't miss it? I mean, every time I say casserole instead of hot dish, she gives me such grief. Every time she says pop, I hit her. You say you want to pop? Yeah, I'm going to hit you. That's pop. That is a pop. Now, you want a drink? You want a soda? I'll give you a soda. Without the pop. She's never going to convert me. Ever, ever. These shimmers are really pretty, but they can be really messy too. I'm going to put a few more over here. Right, it's a soda pop. Now that is acceptable. That's acceptable. Yeah, pecans. Yeah, I sent Rochelle a Facebook post about Southern translations. I've taught her, bless your heart, oh honey. So yeah, she's learning. She's learning. Us Southerners can be mean, but everyone thinks we're just as sweet as can be. Okay, I'm just putting my excess right back in the jar because you can reuse it. And I'm putting my squeegee in my water. Pecan. It is pecan. Snooty people say pecan. It's pecan. See, you looked it up and you saw that it's perfectly okay to say it either way. I'm just reminding you of that. So this is what we got. Yeah, pecan. Thank you, Donna. All right, so let me put this away. Move this over just a little bit. And I'm going to bring over my 4 brown Jenga blocks. And I'm going to glue 4 of them together to create a flat base. We'll see if it'll hold up, if the tree will hold up to it. We'll see. I recommend if you guys go looking for Jenga blocks to craft with, if you find them, grab 3 or 4 boxes. Because I do think word is getting out that people like using them for craft projects. Okay, now with this one, I'm going to put glue on the fat end. And kind of sandwich them together. And that's going to be the trunk of the tree. All right, so let's see if this is going to go together like I hope it is. If not, it can be a leaner. It's okay. Just so big. Put some glue there. That is the only thing I don't like about hot glue. It's the little stringies you get. But at least I'm not getting burned. 2 words. Bites. I couldn't get the case open though. I'll try it again. If I can't get it open, I'll get Kendall to open it for me. Because I couldn't get it to come open. I've got fingernails, but not... evidently not long enough ones. I don't think I want to use my X-Acto blade. Don't think I want to take a trip to the ER tonight. That would be my luck. Trying to pry it open and have to go to the ER. Yeah, I can't get the thing to get open. I said I wasn't going to. Hey, at least I admit my shortcomings. Me and X-Acto Blaze don't get along too well. It's like I can get one side, but I can't get the other. Yeah, I can't get it open. I showed it to her. I called her. No, it doesn't look like it's taped. It's just a, you know what, to get open. I'll run it through. Run my scissors. Yeah, I called her, video called her earlier and showed it to her. Told her next time she comes to Minnesota and crafts with me, if she doesn't put my battery back in my charger correctly, I'll have a backup. I'm going to continue giving her grief about that. Yeah, I can't get it open. I'll take it. I'll take it upstairs and get him to open it for me. Well, I don't know. I'm going to end up breaking every fingernail I have. Okay. Let's clean this transfer as well as we can. Now with the shimmers, I don't know if you can see how glittery it is right now. I always go over mine with the paper towel to begin with, because the paper towel really can pick up a lot. And this is a board eraser. It's like a magic eraser without the chemicals. I go over, I transfer a couple different ways. Flip it over. This is distilled water. You don't have to use distilled water on the transfers. I keep distilled water because if I have to add any water to the paste, if it gets too thick, you only want to use distilled water in the paste. So I use it for everything. It's just a little easier. That way I don't grab the wrong bottle with the wrong type of water in it. Now once you take your board eraser to it, you can just leave it and let it dry on its own, or just take a dry paper towel up a little bit. Shiny side, dull side. Shiny side to sticky. These transfers are guaranteed reusable up to 10 to 12 times. If you take real good care of them, you can use them a lot longer. And it's all ready to go for you next time. I like cleaning my transfers right as I'm done. That way I don't have to worry about it and nothing is drying in this silk screen. It's okay if it does, it just makes it a little bit harder to clean when you go to clean it, if you've let anything dry. Depending on the size of the transfer, I'll take it up to the bathtub or my kitchen sink. I've got a farmer's sink in my kitchen, which means I don't have two sinks. I have just the big one, in case someone doesn't know what that term is. And I just clean it there. All right, guys, that is my project for tonight. Donna, I'm so happy that you were able to join us. I hope you will come back and hang out with us. We just have a good time. And like, follow, sprinkle the page around if you can, which is SHARE. Facebook doesn't like you to use that word. So, sprinkle the video around. And guys, I will see you same time tomorrow night. Hope you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful, awesome Sunday. Night, guys.